So I thought I would challenge myself to make a roster of Dragon Ball
Right.
fighters, but I tried to attack it from a business mentality. So I thought, okay, we can have
Ah,
24 characters as a base roster. I'm going to leave room for one DLC pack consisting of 8 characters. I want to represent the franchise, therefore meaning that there'll be characters in there from arguably every arc and every era, while
mm.
still feeling like I've done justice. So, here are the images that I carefully worked on today with my good old friend Photoshop Desperation. Um,
All
and
right, let's see.
I will talk you through it. I will talk you through it.
How much am I gonna cost you? Like, I am
I
properly
tried.
wondering.
I tried. So tell me when you guys have it open, and I will explain.
All right, first off, I really like that you made it like basically look like an actual game. Like
Oh, I
it's
committed
solid.
to this. I fully committed. I fully committed.
All right,
All right.
I'm liking what I see though. Like I don't feel it doesn't really feel like anyone's missing per se.
See, Shad's
Uh,
silence says otherwise. Shad has a definite silence right now, but it's concerning. But
Let me just have a proper look through.
yeah, have a look. I've included characters from obviously the Saving Rukia arc. I've
Hmm.
included characters from the Aranka arc, even though officially the Aranka arc split into like 4 arcs. There's like the Aranka arc and then the Aranka's return or whatever.
Hmm.
I've included characters from the Thousand Year Blood War, which I haven't even fully read or seen. So I had to just kind of do a bit of brief research. I included some tag
Hmm.
characters. I thought I'd take it fighters style.
Right.
So next to Fox guy, Kamimura, whatever his name is, I'm
Hmm.
bad with Bleach names.
Komamura.
There you go. So next to him, we've got the captains that are friends. So they'd have a tag style
Hmm.
similar to 17 and 18 in fighters.
Ah, okay.
Um, you've
It's
got
like
your mains.
I can see like it's like they're not missing, but
See, I tried, yeah.
this seems like this genuinely seems like what it would actually be like in a game because it's like I can see like oh what about these characters like what and stuff like that, but it's still a solid roster. Like I can't really think
Shadrach
of.
is waiting to spit venom. I can see his greedy
I can
eyes.
see it. All right, Shad, let me stop for a second. What are your thoughts on it so far?
Shadrach doesn't like my roster.
I appreciate that you
See, the thing is, you started with "I
incorporate.
appreciate." That's how we talk to CEX customers sometimes when they're wrong. Like,
I appreciate.
I appreciate that you tried, and no, not tried, that you incorporated characters from almost every single saga in some way, shape, or form.
hmm.
Whether or not anything after the Eisen saga was a giant mistake or not is up to viewer discretion. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was.
I agree.
like like for me, the penultimate villain of the entire series, I don't even feel should be in there personally. But like that's
Fair.
I get why, like, and I fully, as I said, and well, as you said, looking at it from the standpoint of like we need to incorporate it from every arc and stuff. In that respect, very solid. Photo guy, totally forgot they existed. Don't
I
remember
don't even know
what
who that
team they're
is.
from, who they are, how they run around.
Fair.
You have 3 forms of Ichigo. Uh, you
There's
know,
a reason.
I
There's a
mean,
reason.
Fighters has how many forms of Goku though?
yes, but in the base game, there was only 2.
Wait.
Okay,
See,
base game.
so here's my reason, right?
Hmm.
Here is my reason. There's reason for everything. Even the characters that
Hmm.
don't make sense, I put them in because they'd have a very unique play style and they give a lot of diversity to the base roster, right?
Yeah.
So for fighters in the base roster, there's 21 characters with an
Hmm.
additional 3. There's Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta, and Goku, who you can either pay to unlock if you're a punk bitch. I'm that punk bitch. Or you can unlock them by being skilled at the game. I'm not that
Oh,
person.
okay.
Then there's an additional character you can unlock through the story, which you can pay to unlock. I'm that person. You can actually complete the game with its trash story mode. Yes, I did just say the fighter's story mode was trash. Reason being is it's a cross between full animation and stills, and it's just this weird. They tried to do something different. I'll give them that, but I wasn't a fan. So my thoughts was inner Ichigo is like Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue Goku. These are characters. They have a base roster, but they're kind of hidden. They give you a couple more Ichigos because I feel in every anime game you do need 1 or 2 duplicates of the main character.
Like, I can appreciate I can definitely see like why Hollow Ichigo. Well, I got that from you too. So
before we touch on that, can I just say one thing you guys didn't notice that I'm very proud of? I'm the first person in fighting game history, first person to make the character screen and actually make a lick of damn sense. On the left, you have Ichigo and his immediate friends in close order that we see them in the series in some form. Then you have Rukia and her tree, which is her friend Renji, Byakuya, and the next captain. Below that, you've got people tied quite close to Soul Society, apart from that one villain. On the left, you have the different forms of Ichigo, which he gained by training Urahara and Yoruichi. Then on the bottom, you have villains.
Okay. That's a solid setup.
Fighters kind of has it in a similar way-ish, where the heroes are on the left and the villains are on the right.
I will accept that you've analyzed the game more than me, so I will not knock it. My first thoughts on it is like Goku's hair and Vegeta's hair, but fair, I haven't analyzed it properly. So I feel that there's a lot of. I feel this is good because to me, there's characters in there that you would have even expected to see as DLC characters, and you're getting them straight from the off. You're getting your full Hollow Ichigo. You're getting your Urahara. Yukio, he'll have interesting moves, and he fulfills having someone from the Fullbringer arc, which is arguably not an official arc, but I wanted to put a bit more in there. The other guy,
which character?
Yukio is a guy with the blonde hair. He looks like a cross between Sherlock and Shannon.
He's the one who. He's the one who's like insanely powerful for no reason, right? Like the kind of kiddish sort of character.
What, the bottom left one or the one who takes photos?
Middle row.
Oh yeah, there's 2 blonde characters.
Next to the guy who looks like a white Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah, okay. I was thinking of the wrong person.
I was gonna say a Boondocks version, but
oh no,
that works too.
You've got Komamura, obviously, an amazing Bankai, stuff like that. And you got some fan favorites. You got Ulquiorra in there.
Yeah, this is true.
Gin is a fan favorite because I'm a fan and he's a favorite. You've got Notera in there, who's I think a solid villain. And then to the left, you've got all those crap 1,000-year Blood War villains.
That was it. I was gonna say you've missed just one character that I really.
I feel like we might be thinking about the same guy.
Yeah, and I'm very surprised.
Wait, is it?
Them in there.
Is it Grimjaw?
Yeah.
Yes.
Grimjaw was. Wait for it. So I thought very deeply about this, guys. But Photoshop was playing up, so I didn't get round to it. But Grimjaw was in the 2nd season plus.
The 2nd, not even the 1st.
And the 3rd.
In the first pass, man.
Because we had Ulquiorra, so I was like, I feel it's either Ulquiorra or Grimjaw.
I mean,
like having both.
You can have more than one of like the main,
They're 2 very different personalities, which is
they are, and Ulquiorra is better. I just want to put that out there. Do you know why? Because I wanted Six Hands Man is in there because I wanted someone else from that arc. However, not someone too powerful that detracts from what could be a potentially good DLC. So let me know when you guys have the DLC up. I think Shad does.
No.
See that look in his face saying, "What have you done?"
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of the same. Like I like it, kind of, but
I can already tell you who I would try and main and who I would stay away from.
It's almost too real. Like, did we need another Ichigo? Like,
see, but I really wanted to give it that anime perspective. I really wanted to say, yeah,
you're
let's have
giving it that
Tanjiro
EA
and-
perspective. Like, how many different forms of Ichigo do we need?
In that okay,
Go
go
on.
on, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say in that respect though, like Josh has done it right in that like if this is a game designed for like proper fighting, like fighters and tournament based games, they need to be balanced. Every form has to be treated separate with different movesets, and every single character has to be balanced. So when they're adding in a new form, whilst it is the same character but a different form, it's got to be it's basically a whole new character. It's just like in terms of play style and how they play. Like the difference between chaining combos of like Super Saiyan Goku or Base Goku or Super Saiyan Blue, completely different characters in terms of their movesets. And Ultra Instinct, obviously. And it's the same here, I imagine. They would have completely different movesets. So in that respect, yeah, I give you credit. As long as you actually edit the voice on this Ichigo to have the correct, like, distorted voice where he's like, blah, 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 blah. So as long as you do that, then we're good. We're good. Otherwise, I'm disappointed.
I feel to me this is one of the best season passes that has ever been. The reason I say that, right, is first off, you're getting great characters, but you are getting characters who tell different stories within Bleach. So you've got Ichigo's dad, for example. You've got the villain of the Fullbringer arc. Just so you've got at least two Fullbringer characters in the game. You've got Toshiro, who's a fan favorite. You've got Mayuri, who I think, from strictly a gameplay perspective, would be such an amazing character.
Like right now, gameplay wise, who I'm looking at is Head Captain, because like he just looks like he would wreck. Like he looks like he would be one of those characters that has to be nerfed. Like
so here's the thing: if this was real, and I saw a trailer for the season pass, the person that would make me think I need the season pass is Soifon. For me, that is Soifon, a few combos,
he's a cool character.
Big missile in your bottom jaw. You know? So this was go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Toshiro and Ichigo would probably be my mains.
Okay, I can see that.
They're speedy. I imagine they're speedy.
See, I'm intrigued. I kind of thought while you like fast characters, you kind of like to just abuse people as well. So I kind of thought you might have one of Mayuri. Just like, I've poisoned you. Now you'll die slowly.
Oh well, yeah, there is that too. As long as they're not too slow. I imagine the grand, I've forgotten his name, but the third character would basically be a slow powerhouse character.
Yeah.
I can see that. Well, not necessarily, because then it could. I was going to say it could kind of be like a Master Roshi, but continuously in the powered up state. Because although he's even a slow character in the Bleach universe, I feel is not slow.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want them all to play fast, because then it would just
very true.
It wouldn't be very
style type purpose. Yeah, like
I'd imagine
16 and Nappa are fast, like fighters.
Yeah, I'd imagine him slow but not sluggish. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I'll read off season pass 2 and 3 to you guys.
Okay.
Some of the names I'll have to double check because, like I said, some of them I put in for inclusion, but I kind of had to do a bit of research I'm not 100% familiar with. So, headline in season pass 2, we've got Yami. Aranka.
Not me Googling whilst we're talking.
I don't know. I'm doing the same thing to make sure I'm describing them properly. So Yami was the weakest.
He was with Opura.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So you got
He was
him.
one of the most dangerous ones, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was actually the strongest.
Low key. He was just like
powered up.
The
the one fades away. He's like, no, I'm a Sparta Zero.
Yeah.
Then the second character is season pass 2, which just deserves an amen, quite frankly. And I made sure it was the second season pass, so you got something to look forward to, but it's not too far. It's Tosin, the blind black
Tosin,
samurai.
Oh yeah.
After him, you've got Grimjow.
Nice. Sounded. Yep.
After Grimjow, you've got Coyote, who was the Espada who he had a gun, but the gun was also another Espada. And it's like the other Espada transformed into his weapon. Coyote
Wasn't he
and
like-
Lilinet.
Wasn't he like number one? Espada number one.
I think so. Coyote stopped,
Mm.
and I thought of him as a tag character of Lilinet.
He was the first. He was first.
Oh,
Espada,
okay.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Then after that, you've got Yumi Chika. This one I will need to Google as we speak because I can't
Okay.
remember why I thought it was first name.
He's the one. He's like,
Yes.
you know, you've got
The narcissist captain who had the one that spun on the. I can't remember.
The one with
It's-
the
it was
flower.
like
like
a-
the-
yeah.
yeah, Shad described the narcissist. Kyle knew the name straight away. Kyle was like, no, I'm a Bleach fan.
It's been a while, but like certain names I remember.
So he's in.
mm.
There was one character. Oh no, wait, I think I did put him in.
There is one that I haven't heard yet, and I'm like, please tell me you actually put him in. But I'll wait to hear both season passes first.
Okay. So the last character of season pass 2 is Shuhei Hisagi. That is the
Okay.
one with the number on their face.
Yeah, yeah.
His Shikai was to basically make everything like double or triple in weight every time he hit it.
No,
No,
Is that a
that's
different
you're
guy?
thinking of.
That's the other guy.
That was a blonde guy, and he
saw.
saw
remember
kind
his
of
name.
square at the end.
Yeah,
The one who looked
yeah,
depressed
yeah.
all the time.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
thinking to put him in, but I thought other than the uniqueness of his Shikai, he's not too exciting. And I
Yeah.
don't think fans are screaming out for him, even though I would like him in. So that's the end of season pass 2, which I feel are solid
Right.
characters. You've got villains, you've got some powerhouses, and then we go on to season pass 3, right? Now bear in mind, by this
Right.
point, you spent like 80, 90 pounds on the game. So this is my business model. Remember, I said I'm
Yeah.
attacking this from the idea of if I was trying to make money and
Yeah.
my studio or my team was making a Bleach game. So, season pass 3, the first character is Azuru. And this is one Shad was talking about,
Mm.
where he
Ah.
adds weight
Oh,
to you
yeah,
when
it
he
was
hits you.
blonde. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the second character for season pass 3,
Rangiku?
no. I was tempted whether she'd make it in. She didn't.
Mm.
I put in
Fair
Ikaku.
enough. Okay, I was gonna say if you didn't put him in somewhere like
Wait, which one?
You know the bald guy,
Ikaku. Yeah.
Oh, what's
Old
his
guy with
name?
Madarame Ikaku. He's
Madarame.
Kenpachi's lieutenant, right? Is he lieutenant or is he second?
Oh no, so they've got him and Yumi Chika are both Kenpashi's lieutenants.
Okay.
Yeah, the little one that sits on his shoulder was like the one in the
That's-
middle. wasn't it?
yeah,
And her
true.
whole thing was speed.
Yeah. Sorry, they were first seats. Yeah,
That's
she
it,
was lieutenant.
So so he's in there. Imagine he's Bankai in the game. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that'd be sick.
Then for the third character in season pass 3, you've got Haribel.
Oh, okay.
That is the Espada that wears the unnecessarily sexy clothing of the underboob, blonde hair, ninja-esque.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. See,
Wasn't she like
think
number
that was
3?
good. She was. That is a very good question.
Then again, she's
She was.
technically is and isn't because Nell is also technically number 3, but then she obviously, her whole story, whatever.
True, very true. Then, because it is an anime game, we've got for season pass 3 character number 4, we've got Ichigo, Thousand Blood War
Of
Ichigo.
Of
This is
course.
the one where he's ascended to having every ability.
Lest we not forget the TLDR of Bleach is Ichigo is everything.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So we need that in the game. For the last character of season pass 3, it is Kakuto. He was in a film. I wanted to have one character that was just kind of just to represent a random aspect of Bleach.
Did you put
Bleach the
Ishida?
Hellverse.
Ishida, already he's
Yeah.
in the base roster.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I couldn't remember if I saw him or not.
So that is my Bleach game. That is
Okay.
those are my season passes, those are my characters.
Mm.
What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Would we buy the game? Would we buy these season passes?
See,
You go
no,
first,
go
Shep.
on. No, you go ahead because
Okay.
mine's gonna be. Nah, go on.
The thing is, like, I liked it, and like I like what characters you chose. I think I would move things around a little bit though. Um, like I personally would have Grimmjow on the base roster. Like I just think he's a bit too iconic of a character. I mean,
But that
yeah, for
see
me,
that right there. Sorry to cut you. That right there
yeah.
is the beauty of why I thought he needed to be DLC.
Because
Because if you have everyone you
not
want,
even
in
the
base
first
roster,
DLC
then
pack though.
you don't need DLC. But that's the thing, right? Because think of Smash Brothers Ultimate, right? What are we on now? The Fighters Pass 3 of Smash
Something
Ultimate?
like that.
Think of how disappointed you were after the first pass when you didn't get the character you wanted. And then was it pass 2 where they're like, you've got Banjo? It's like, oh my gosh. I've been, I had a whole terrible pass, and now I've got Banjo. So the thing is, Grimmjow is great, and it's not that I didn't acknowledge how important he was.
Yeah.
But that's why I've got Ulquiorra to make you think, oh, but he's in there, so surely Grimmjow is going to come. So
That's
you're already
fair
seeing
enough.
Ulquiorra, and you're thinking, Grimmjow's coming. So now you're buying the game hoping that he's going to come, and you're anticipating it.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you think he's someone who should be in the base roster, I'm not going to argue that. I get that. But yeah, I'm just reiterating there was strategic business movements behind why some of these
like
characters
actual
aren't.
thought behind it. Okay, that's other than that, like I can't really. I mean, maybe there could have been a few moves, but I can't really. Nothing that I'm really gonna complain about. Like it was pretty solid otherwise, in my opinion.
Yeah, my thing was just moving stuff around maybe, but like I think it was good. I think in terms of the characters that you actually like sat down and properly incorporated,
Yeah,
they were all good. The the Ichigo is everything thing really kind of stuff. It's nice to put that character in. But my thing, because one thing I was gonna suggest you look at as well, but it's a lot more in depth and a bit more crazy, is starting to actually break down the mechanics of how this game would work. Because for example, Fighters has the unique mechanic of like the combos equate to like the dragon, like summoning Shenron, and then you can use a wish in the middle of a fight to do whatever, which doesn't really happen often, but it's there. Characters don't transform in that game, but because Bleach is so heavily focused on nearly everyone having some alteration or some form change, that might be something that you'd probably want to consider as an actual mechanic, as opposed to let's just give them all different forms. Because Dragon Ball, you could get away with it because not everyone had different forms, and even if they did have different forms, it was either loads of different forms or it was some characters just didn't. Like it was just that it was too much of a transition, like Kid Gohan to Ultimate Gohan, for example. It wouldn't, they'd have to be two standalone characters.
So this was my logic. I didn't think of it in depth, but I did think of it. So my logic was, in Bleach, essentially, you want to see two things. You want to see a Shikai and a Bankai. We assume that every match just starts with your normal Zanpakuto, though, right? Which will be your standard square combo, a few slashes, depending on the character you pick. There'll be a different level of swagger to those slashes, all right? When you do your moves now, your quarter circle or whatever, then that will usually be a Shikai move. So for example, Renji, quarter circle square, Zabi Mari comes up. Obviously, you've got light, heavy, light, medium, heavy. The heavy one, you go further, but maybe like a slower wind. Then, obviously, when he goes into Bankai mode, he's got a giant snake, right? So in my head, that will be your critical art or your special. So you'll do your special, you'll see a dope cinematic, then you've got your Bankai. Maybe depending on the character, because Shad had a very good point, you do consider these different forms. Maybe depending on your character, you do your critical art, and maybe for 10 to 15 seconds afterwards, you're in a different form or that stands out. But because of how OP some of these characters can be with their Bankai, I didn't know there was an efficient way to transform them. So look at Mayuri. His Bankai is basically a giant slug, the giant creepy baby thing.
Yeah.
But then Arguably,
I mean-
because if the right dev tackles something, it can work.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like, I wouldn't even really think too much about like how powerful these things are in the Bleach universe. Because I mean, you got to think. Look at Smash Bros. Like, realistically, Ridley is going to kill half the roster. Like, I mean, their power is still going to be, and I mean, Lucas's PK freeze is just going to piss everyone off. So, as it does in the game. So, I mean, realistically, I wouldn't even think of it that way because you're still going to have to balance it to a gaming standard, anyways.
I think having like, I wouldn't use a level 3 as a transformation. Like in level 3, for example, Golden Freezer is a thing, which I'm like, you know what, fair, that kind of works because it's Frieza and the form in the film was kind of temporary. So like, because it ran out and you find out it's like, it is literally a burst form until he masters it later. But like everyone else, you could use it as a spark blast, but with a transformation sequence. So you know how like you know when you push all the back, the triggers
R1
and the black
and R2.
buttons. Yeah, and you push them and you do that, but a cinematic.
Yeah.
And then if you do something like that and you get like a temporary third form, like you get your temporary Bankai form, and then you can fight that way. Because in that way you can use all the like quarter circle, like, or quarter square, quarter triangle as a Shikai, so you get to see the Shikai more.
Okay.
Whereas like, and then Bankai is solely reserved for like final move things. Like Toshiro's we've all seen Bleach to the end, right? Toshiro's
no, but we don't care.
Oh yeah, fair. Toshiro's would be like Toshiro's would be to rapidly age and then like become like the super tall, mega, like dangerously fast dude. That would be his thing, for example.
What was the logic? Was it like,
is
he train in a time chamber? Or was it just like, oh, you're now so powerful that your body needs to grow up to handle it like Ocarina of Time or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. I think it was the latter.
So Toshiro is Link, basically.
But then like you could do one, for example, where like if you did make a character a lot more powerful and really buff them with that form, they'd have to have drawbacks. So an example would be like Ichigo's final Getsuga Tensho. If he uses that and you don't kill the enemy by the end of it, your character's basically like not useless. And obviously you'd have to let them be able to use abilities, but probably not the Shikai or the Bankai form anymore. Like that would be
okay. What about this? Just hypothetics here. I don't know if that's a word, but I like the sound. So a level 7 with Ichigo is the final Getsuga Tensho. But if you miss the attack, if you hit the attack, it's a one-hit kill. If you miss the attack, then you have gone back to a human form and you can only punch.
I mean,
I don't think it would be allowed in fighting tournaments.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So like you'd have to really think about the drawbacks. For example, like even Gogeta, I thought was a bit risky. Like the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because he has an ability where if he does I think it's the taunt 7 times, his level 3 changes into an incredibly powerful version, and the entire cutscene changes, and there's a whole massive, like I think it can one-hit kill, maybe.
Correct. Just through taunting.
But obviously there's drawbacks in all his other areas like distance and different things and stuff. So like there is that good thing, but there's also nerfs. But Gogeta is still kind of OP. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, correct me. But like that, from what I remember, that was kind of their way to try and balance it. So if you did that with Getsuga Tensho, either the launch time would have to be really slow so that the user can get out of the way, because if that hits, that's an insta-kill. Or the drawbacks can't be as severe and it can't be an instant kill.
I didn't really plan out how I was going to end this video, but rest assured, this is the end. The video has now ended. If you're here to the end and you did like what you see, then click follow, click subscribe. You can find me on Twitch, and a massive shout out to my friends Kyle and Shad for helping me with this video. So again, follow, subscribe, comment, tweet me, call me, beat me, Kim Possible reference. Alright, I'm going now. Peace out. You did!